Hi tech audience, in this video I am going to compare the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Hope you will find this video helpful. Make sure to subscribe this channel so you never miss any new video from tech audience. Weight: the Xperia 1 Mark III 186 grams versus iPhone 12 Pro Max 228 grams. Production: the Xperia 1 Mark III uses Gorilla Glass Victus, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max uses Ceramic Shield. SIM slot: the Xperia 1 Mark III has dual SIM slot, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has single SIM slot. IP rating: the Xperia 1 Mark III has IP65 and 68 water and dust, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has IP68 water and dust resistant. Display type: both devices have OLED panels. Display size: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III has a 6.5 inches display, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has a 6.7 inches display. Resolution: the Xperia 1 Mark III has 1644 by 3840, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 1284 by 2778 pixels. Display features: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III has HDR10 support, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max also have HDR10 support. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark III has 21:9 aspect ratio, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 19:5 aspect ratio. The Xperia 1 Mark III has 120Hz refresh rate, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 60Hz refresh rate. The Xperia 1 Mark III has 643 pixel density, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 458 pixel density. The Xperia 1 Mark III has 84.2% screen, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 87.4% screen to body ratio. The Xperia 1 Mark III has 1300 nits, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 1200 nits of peak brightness. Operating system: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III is running on Android 11 out of the box, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max is running on iOS 14. Chipset: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has the Apple A14 Bionic chipset. Selfie cameras: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III has 8 megapixels, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 12 megapixels of selfie camera. The Xperia 1 Mark III records 1080p up to 30 frames, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max records 4K up to 60 frames per second on your selfie cameras. Rear cameras: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III has a triple camera setup on the back, 12 megapixel primary with f1.7 aperture, 12 megapixel telephoto with f2.3 aperture, 12 megapixel ultra wide with f2.2 aperture, and 0.3 megapixel of time-of-flight 3D for depth. On the other hand, the iPhone 12 Pro Max also have a triple camera setup on the back, 12 megapixel of primary with f1.6 aperture, 12 megapixel telephoto with f2.2 aperture, 12 megapixel ultra wide with f2.4 aperture, and time-of-flight 3D LiDAR sensor for depth. Recording on the rear camera: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III records 4K up to 120 frames per second, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max records 4K up to 60 frames per second. Speakers: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, both devices have stereo speakers. Headphone jack: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III and has a 3.5mm headphone jack, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max have no headphone jack. Sensor: the Xperia 1 Mark III has side-mounted fingerprint sensor, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has the Apple Face ID. Battery: the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III has 4500 mAh, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max has 3687 mAh battery. Fast charge: the Xperia 1 Mark III supports 30 watt, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max supports 20 watt fast charge. Network: the Xperia 1 Mark III and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, both devices have 5G network support. Price: Xperia 1 Mark III is expected to launch at $1099, while the iPhone 12 Max also launched at $1099. RAM: 8GB 12GB for Xperia 1 Mark III and a 6GB of RAM for iPhone 12 Pro Max. Storage: 128GB 256GB for Xperia 1 Mark III and 128 256 and 512GB for iPhone 12 Pro Max. So that's it for you in this video. I hope you like this video. And if you find a mistake in the video, make sure to comment down below. I'll pin your comments so that everyone finds the right information they are looking for. And if you don't want to miss any new video from Tech Audience, make sure to subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you in the very next video. Till then, take care. See you.